Greetings and salutations. Mike and Sonny here. We're hitting the road again. We are in eastern North Carolina. I'm not going to tell you our location so you don't stalk us. But, all kidding aside, we've had a very good day today. We have seen a lot of things, including many Kmarts. Many Kmarts. We started our day off on the outskirts of Raleigh at a former Super Kmart, now just regular Kmart. But surprise, surprise, inside, what did we see? We saw Super Kmart Center signs everywhere. And yes, we have plenty of pictures to back that up. Terrible weather on the way up. Tornado warnings, flash flood warnings, pouring rain. Guy cutting over 3 lanes, doing 75 in front of me, slamming the brakes and hitting another car. We have had an interesting day, but it ended up clearing up, so ended up being okay. Lots of Kmarts today, mostly all open, which was good. We went to a very tiny Kmart that was approximately 50,000 square feet. You could probably throw a football, and one person gets in the other end, the other gets in the other, and you toss a football around, and you would probably catch it. It's that small of a store. And next door was something I've been looking for forever. Heilig Myers. Couldn't believe it. Green sign and everything. Of course, we'll have those pictures for you on Sky City and Den and Dying Retail. What else did we have here? We have more Kmarts, some 70s Kmarts. We also had a very interesting Kmart situation. And where were we? Jacksonville? Jacksonville. We were in Jacksonville, and there were 2 interesting Kmarts. Well, one wasn't that interesting. It was an 80s Kmart. It makes you want to throw up because it's so ugly. But it had italicized writing for the garden shop and for the pharmacy. Non-bolded, italicized. Now, I've never seen italicized font used in a store in person, but I have seen it on a particular store, but I'm trying to remember where it was. I swear it was Colorado. That was opened in, I think, 1989 or 1990. That opened with the old school Kmart lettering. But it wasn't an 80s style store. But it had the italicized writing. So then we go to the other side of Jacksonville, and there is another Kmart, but it doesn't look like any other Kmart I've ever seen except one. And it's that one Kmart I'm thinking of that was built in 1989 or 1990 with the old Kmart lettering. Now this Kmart, of course, this is the new lettering. But it had a completely different facade on it. It looked completely different from any other Kmart, except for that one particular Kmart I remember seeing. Now, inside, it reminded me of a Robert Hall. So we're thinking it might have been a Robert Hall, but we're not sure. So we're going to do some research tonight and try to find out. So that should be interesting. We visited some interesting malls today. Very interesting malls. First mall was... where were we? Where were we? Goldsboro? Oh, Goldsboro. We went to so many places. Goldsboro Mall.
Berkeley Mall.
Where? Oh, okay. Berkeley. Berkeley, yeah. I'm trying to remember if there's anything interesting about that mall. I don't remember if there's anything interesting. I don't think there's anything that interesting about that mall.
Mall at KW.
Oh, that's where we're at, KW. I had KW for the first time. KW Cafeteria. It was phenomenal. Go to KW Cafeteria. It was awesome. But really vintage inside. The pennies was like stepping back to 1975. I don't know if it's the original it wasn't the J.C. Penney lettering that was spaced out. It was kind of smushed. But the facade was completely original and amazing. Double Belk. And yeah, one was a Brody's, and
Sears,
which then went to Profits.
Profits, yes.
And then the Sears. Yes, this was an interesting mall. It was raining really bad, so that's why I'm forgetting about it. Sears, we are 99% sure. Stand back, wait for it. Montgomery Ward. Montgomery Ward. I am 99% sure. Sonny is 99% sure. We're going to get those facts verified for you. Put a pretty sure it is. God, what was the next mall?
Vernon Park Mall in
Vernon Park Mall. Yes, Vernon Park Mall. That was a very cool mall. Penny's and Belk and a Brody's and a Profits. That's now, of course, closed. But what's interesting about this mall was a couple things. The JCPenney's hasn't been remodeled probably since 1980. It is straight up vintage. It looks identical to the Penny's at Patrick Henry Mall in Martinsville, Virginia. Brown carpet, brown tiles, straight up, never renovated, except for the walls where it had this interesting paint job that were probably from the early 80s. Sadly, the store has not getting the renovations to add things like the denim bar, and we probably think it's going to close in the next couple of years. So definitely get there if you can. Now the mall itself, we had an interesting, couple interesting things. The mall has 2 floors. Everything upstairs is all offices, but we think that that they built the second floor in anticipation to add more stuff, add more stores, and probably the economy or just whatever, it just didn't work out so well. So then where are we going? Left. Sorry, we're trying to drive here. Probably just didn't pan out for them. So everything is upstairs is offices, but we did take pictures of that. Also, the Belk and the Penny's, we also feel like are 2 floors, but I don't think they ever fully made the floor is available, but I don't think it was ever used. So that is a very interesting mall. Also, there's a former Brody's. Where are we going? We're past it.
It's on the street over here.
So I should just turn around. It's next to the wall. This is what happens when I shoot a video and I show a drive. Former Brody's that is now was a Profits as well. And the cool part was we couldn't find a mall map, but we found one outside the old Profits. It hasn't been updated since probably 2004. So it had a lot of the old anchors, the old stores, including one of my favorites and yours, KB Toys. So we got really good detailed pictures of that, and that was a pretty cool mall. I could have spent probably 2 hours taking pictures in it. Very cool mall. Definitely recommend you guys to go and check that out. And then we wrapped the day up with one. Didn't we go to one other mall? What was it?
Jacksonville Mall? Did you get that?
Jacksonville Mall. Yes, we wrapped the day up pretty much with Jacksonville Mall. We really thought it was going to be kind of a dying mall and really kind of crappy, but to everyone's surprise, our surprise, it was a really good mall. Full. I don't think I saw an empty space in the entire mall. I highly recommend you check it out. We really think that the military base is really keeping it open. So the mall is really nice. The Belk store is getting renovated, so hopefully you all can go see it soon, because we feel like that they might lose some of its charm. And it had a Sears and a Penny's and a Barnes & Noble and a Red Robin, and had a lot of other things. So other than that, we got a lot of other cool stuff. We went to some Roses that are stuck in 1970 and have never left. We saw some Winn-Dixies and the Heilig Myers and some other things. I guess I'm trying to... Oh, Lowe's. Lots of Lowe's. And we have some pictures to post later. We think we found a really old school Woolco, but it was named Masons. I don't know what Masons is. So if you know what Masons is, let us know. We'll show you the pictures. But pictures will be up on Sky City Facebook group and on the Dead and Dying Retail Facebook group, and then on my Flickr page. So hopefully y'all check that out. And I will be giving maybe another diary Monday on all of our progress and everything that we've been doing. So hopefully you guys enjoy this, and we'll all talk to you later.